So now we're in France, in Alsace, with Le Vin de Pirouette, La Bullette de David. And I love the Pirouette project. So if you know Christian Benner, which if you don't, he's a very well-known, famous natural winemaker. He makes his own wines, but he also has a project where he has, I would say students, like colleagues, basically like make wines with him. So that's why it's always de David, de Raphael, because it's whoever made that wine. They call it, like these are the bubbles from David, or they'll have, like there's like a Brutal de Jean-Marc. So that's the way that it's structured. And it's very rare that we actually get enough to put it in the club. So I was excited for us to be able to have this one. They made a really nice amount of it. It's skin contact Riesling. And if you've been here for a while, you know how much I like my Alsatian wines with skin contact. And then you add bubbles to it, and that just makes me like it even more. So I don't know how long it's been on the skins, but knowing what I know about Riesling, I would say that it had to have been a fairly decent amount of time because it's decently extracted. So yeah, let's just jump into it. So we talked about the color. Mine's honestly not that bubbly, but I know that it's undisgorged. So it's definitely possible that each of them could be slightly different. So assume that it's going to blow up in your face. It probably won't, but just open it very slowly just to make sure. And even if it's not super bubbly, that's fine. All of them will be just a little bit different because that's the name of the game here. So on the nose. The first thing I'm getting at the top is kind of like baking spice. I don't know if it's like sage or something. It's really lovely. It's like, it's that. And then like, I'm also, as I'm like breathing towards the bottom, getting, like tangerine or maybe like a clementine. I don't know. Honestly, most of the time I don't really know what the difference between those things are, but small little orange, not a big one, not like a blood orange or anything. But yeah, it's got this really nice herbaceousness on the top that I'm digging. And I'm actually kind of happy that mine is not super bubbly because I wouldn't be able to really dig my nose up in there. So if yours is, just be careful, because if you try to really sniff out something that's fizzing up on you, it's not a nice feeling. Don't do that. All right, so let's try it. Oh, that is delightful. So it is a lot rounder and a lot more like focused on, I would say, stone fruit and tropical fruit on the palette that I got on the nose. Like I was really talking about like tangerines and clementines on the nose, but like I'm really getting more like apricot and even like a little bit of cinnamon. I know we're talking about like spices before, a little bit of cinnamon and something else, not pineapple, but another tropical fruit. One of the tropical fruits. I don't know exactly which one, but that's not what I was actually expecting. So it's interesting. It's fresh, it's light, it's fun, and it has more of a body than I was expecting for being a sparkling wine. And again, mine might be a little bit more like that than yours because it will also vary depending on how bubbly yours is. But wow, like what a lovely version of skin contact Riesling. And I hope you enjoy it. Like this is not the typical type of thing to see from Alsace, but that's what's so great about this project. They love to experiment and try new things, and I would say this one was definitely a success. So enjoy.